NIO is about to discontinue its Generation 1 products, the ES6, ES8, and the EC6, and focus only on Generation 2 products, the ET5, ET7, and ES7. What is up? It's Mr. P back with another mind-blowing video, bringing guys some really awesome information about NIO. This definitely comes as a shock for most of you guys, but it was bound to happen eventually. So according to sources familiar with the matter, NIO has enough spare parts to build around 15,000 Generation 1 vehicles. Add to that about 10,000 already pre-built vehicles. That adds up to a total of around 25,000 total capacity for Generation 1 products before we see the end of Generation 1 products. Now we'll break this into two parts, alright? The first part is of course 10,000 spare already built vehicles, and then we got the 15,000 remaining capacity for Generation 1 products. So first part, 10,000 already built vehicles. What's going on with that? If you see my previous video, you would have learned that right now, as of this month in October, every NIO sales rep and manager is required to sell at least 5 already built existing vehicles. And if they don't, they could be fired the next month. That explains the urgency. But where did these 10,000 vehicles come from? Well, you see, when customers lock in an order, there's still some time before they take delivery of the order. During that time, a lot of things might happen. They might A, choose another brand, buy another brand. Sometimes that happens. Or B, their financial condition doesn't meet the requirements, aka they can't afford the car anymore. Or C, financing wasn't approved, which also happens for some people with bad credit scores. So over the past couple of years, this has just really stacked up the number of vehicles that are built, but the original person that spec'd the car is no longer willing to take delivery of it. So all these become these already built cars that if someone doesn't want to wait for their car to be produced, they can just order one of these pre-built ones. They're not old in any sense. They're still brand new, exactly brand new, but they might have specs and modifications that the customer didn't choose. But having such a massive pool of pre-built cars is good for the customer. They can choose whichever one they want, what color, what specs. Do you want NOMI? Do you want the air suspension? And that is why NIO wants to get rid of this as fast as possible. Every sales rep has to sell 5. Regardless of how many other cars you sell, that doesn't matter. You have to sell 5. And if you don't, you could be placed on the chopping block. So you could sell 100 ET5s or 100 ET7s, and that doesn't matter if you can't sell 5 already built cars. I mean, that's insane, right? So part B, 15,000 vehicle spare capacity that's left. Now, I was made aware of this information from a NIO owner that has deep roots within NIO. He and his family bought 16 NIOs, and recently I met up with him at the NIO Service Center, coincidentally, and he updated me that he and his family now own a total of 22 NIOs. He made me aware that, hey, NIO has about spare capacity of 15,000 vehicles. We could be seeing NIO discontinue the first generation products sometime very soon. It is time to move on. Now, I don't know exactly when, but probably sometime towards the end of this year or early next year. Perhaps NIO Day in December is when they'll announce it, but investors should see this as a good sign because these first generation products aren't exactly super competitive in 2022 and in 2023, of course, with some of them designed 4 or 5 years ago. So it's a good thing for them to move on to their higher tech platform vehicles, which is more up to date and up to trend. As always, hit the like button, subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace out.